Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing black and white vampires, Orzhov vampires, and these guys are actually insane in Historic. So we are back in Historic and just having a ton of fun playing with Adanto Vanguard, Legion Lieutenant, Sky Marcher Aspirant, all these cards that are just insane. Trying to keep a little bit of jank in here because, you know, I have to, but Sanctum Seeker, a lot of people aren't playing, but I just love it. It's such a fun card, and it does win many games, so I do like it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, begins Orzhov, bringing on Orzhov, and let's see what we have here. All right, good. We have our colors. We have a great opening hand, and we're going first. Yes, this is what we want. I would actually like to have another one drop if we can find like Knight of the Even Legion. All right, opponent mulliganing down to Oblivion. They probably won't keep. Every time I get a good hand, I swear this is what happens. And then the rest of the time I play, I just end up never finding anything good ever. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Finally got a hand they wanted, then they left. Our up against Will Quanticu, bringing on Will Quanticu. That is a sweet name. That is a really cool name. All right, and this is awesome. Sky Marcher Aspirant. We have a ton of good one drops. We're going to keep it. I'm actually going to go ahead and play some of the black creatures first because we only have one black man at the first. So I think Knight of the Even Legion. Actually, we'll go Vicious Conquistador because it does get more damage in. All right, opponent's mulliganing. They keep at 6. Okay, pay 2 life. Vicious Conquistador. Pass the turn. And if you guys remember, right before rotation happened, once we got M20, I believe it was, vampires were just insane for a while, and they still are. So let's go ahead and swing on in. Down to 18. We will go. No, do we actually want a Legion's End instead? We may want to here. If we are up against Elves, if they have another Llanowar, that could be pretty nice for us. All right. Either way, we did slow them down. That is good. Tis good. Tis good. Now they find another one. That's ridiculous. All right. Knight of the Even Legion. Sky Marcher Aspirant. Swing in with Vicious Conquistador. And then Legion Lieutenant for the next turn. This can't is it attack or block? Unless they have City's Blessing. Okay. Good. They plays Wayward Swordtooth. Do they have another land? Of course they have the other land. All right. Great Henge coming out here soon. We will go Legion Lieutenant and get in for tons and tons of damage here. Knight of the Even Legion going to be growing. We need to find a land, though, so that we can actually start pumping in, because that will help a lot against some of the stuff they've got going on. Plays Great Henge. Yep. Do they have a land for the Path of Discovery? No. Now they find another land somewhere else. Seriously? Our Legion's End did nothing. All right. They're going to gain some life and draw cards, but that's about it right now. We're going to be doing enough damage here. Hopefully, we can just keep them off it. Yeah, so we actually going to play these guys out beforehand. I don't think it quite gets us to City's Blessing. I think we're one off. All attack. Here's the question. They can't block here. They have 10 life. Do I swing in with Legion Lieutenant or not? So this is 6, 9. So no, I don't. They're going to have to block Legion Sky Marcher Aspirant anyway. Down to 4. Pass the turn. Let's hope they don't get the City's Blessing. They are going to get this Path of Discovery. If they find a Wild Growth Walker as well, we are in trouble. I'm assuming that's kind of what they're going for here. They get to so much card advantage if they find with Exploring. They can decide if they want to be able to draw that card. There's just a lot of things they can do here. Questing Beast. Let's see how much they can fill the board. Llanowar Elves. Lots of blockers and things getting counters on them. Okay. Got the City's Blessing. Now they can block with Swordtooth. No blocks. Take our beats. Down to 13. No! This is all slipping away so quickly. Okay, Adanto Vanguard. A good blocker against these 5/5s. Do I swing in here? So he can block 3. I get in for 1 point of damage, so we do actually have lethal. I believe. Because any 2 that get through now will deal enough for lethal. Unless they only let Vicious Conquistador and... Oh no, I messed it up. Oh wait, okay, yeah, block there, that's good. So they have to block the 2 Sky Marcher Aspirants to survive this. I have to be aggressive here. I feel like that's the only way that we actually win this. Maybe I should have gone with Vicious Conquistador because we could have gotten a little bit better results. Path of Discovery. Gains life up to 3. Wayward Swordtooth. Yep, has a City Blessing. Let's see what they find. Land. Okay. And now they draw and put counters on. Oh, okay. Just 3 lands. Oh, wait, I wanted to block. Oh, I can't block because Questing Beast. Right. No! It's all coming apart. We're just dead next turn, basically. Oh, that was a bummer. All right, up against Glitchy Lake, bringing on Glitchy Lake. And there we go. I like Unclaimed Territory for this deck. We do get to use some of our removal still, so keeping this. Another Legion's End. Let's hope that those are actually useful against this deck. I have 2 of them in here because there are a lot of aggro decks. There's a lot of like vampire stuff. Oh, Bishop Soldier. Do I want to use Legion's End on a Bishop Soldier? I feel like there's so many other things we'd like to hit, like Adanto Vanguard. So on Vampire, I'm going to go ahead and cast this down though. Swing it on in. Down to 18. Keeping them off lifelink is really good, especially if they get to start bringing their lords or something. Let's see what they end up having. Of course, they go straight to 3 drops. You can't really handle that. Not very well. Alright, pass the turn. This is only converted mana cost 2 or less, right? Yup. Swinging in. Really, what do they have? Another one? Bishop Soldier. Okay, so I guess I should have used the Legion's End. Yeah, let's go with Legion's End, Bishop Soldier. See if they have another one, perchance. See what's in their hand. Okay, Legion Lieutenant. Alright, we get a swing in. Down to 14, pass the turn. Legion Lieutenant. Still swinging in. That's actually pretty good for us. They would play another Legion's Lieutenant if they had it. So I want to be greedy with this Legion's End a little bit. Let's just go ahead and Prison Realm this Legion Lieutenant. We have cast down for the Bloodletter. I know that Legion's End can be really good against this deck. We will keep land for the Sanctum Seeker. Excuse me. We are definitely winning the race. Down to 9, past the turn. A handful of removal. So good against the mirror match. All right, gets to play. Not playing the champion here. Interesting. Okay, plays it. Draws 2, loses 2. Finds a 1-drop. Okay. Leonin Vanguard. Interesting. All right, this is the lifelink one. All right. I see what's going down. Okay. Cast down. Champion of Dusk. Let's go ahead and play Legion's Landing instead, because we can swing through this guy fairly easily. They may block the Vanguard here, make us take some damage. Down to 2, pass the turn. Sanctum Seeker gives us lethal just by swinging in. All right, Leonin War Leader. And I think we win. All right, Sanctum Seeker. Swing, and they're dead before they get the block. And we flip Legion's Landing. And we'd be able to play Legion's End as well. Yes! All right, there we go. Vampires crushing it. All right, up against Morg, or is that Morge? Up against Morge. And this is pretty good. We have Sorin. We finally have Sorin, so this is beautiful. Yeah, Unclaimed Territory on Vampire. Sky Marcher Aspirant, next turn, Legion Lieutenant into Isolated Chapel. Don't play this first. I'm probably going to do it anyway. I always just... I have had so many mistakes when it comes to playing lands. And it's awful. We do get to bring up Vona next turn as well with Sorin, which a 4/4 Vigilance lifelink against what we're playing against right now. It's going to be pretty good, I'm hoping. Alright, Isolated Chapel, Sorin. Hopefully Sorin gets to survive, though. That would be helpful. Okay, Vona comes out. Yep. What can you do about that? Lava Runner. And opponent just scoops it up. Turn 3 Vona, so good. The fact that it's gaining that much life, it has Vigilance, so they can't even attack in against us unless they have removal for it. They already got rid of a lot of things for removal, and that is the power of Vampires, is that they can just win basically on turn 3 just by having an insane board already. All right, up against Druber, bringing on Druber. And I think I actually played against him earlier. All right, we have a tapped land. I think we still keep this. I like the removal that we have. So I think I did play against him, but I am not showing that game because I forgot to add in Unclaimed Territory. But his deck, if he's still playing the same deck, is pretty insane. It's Elf Tribal with Oko. So it's a Simic Elf Tribal deck, which is really, really good. Pretty insane stuff. I am going to go for the Isolated Chapel here first. I want to make sure that I can fire off cast downs or whatever when I need to. Here comes the Elves. Here comes the Elves. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, now I find that. Let's go ahead and cast down this Elf. We have removal for several turns. If we can just keep him off of a lot of stuff, pretty good for us. There's Llanowar. Man, we'd like to have our Legion's End when we had that. All right, so on Vampire, let's play Legion Lieutenant, and let's actually go Vicious Conquistador. Because if they don't bring up good blockers for this, we can still play our Knight of the Even Legion to get it pumped. This gets in a little bit more damage than Knight does. Beast Whisper comes out. All right, we will absolutely kill that. All right, so Knight of the Even Legion. I think I'm actually going to go for Conclave Tribunal, tapping the Knight. And hit Beast Whisper. And swing in and grow Knight of the Even Legion. And there we go. Opponent scoops it up. And we didn't win turn 3 that time, but we did win turn 4. And yeah, so Simic Elf Tribal, I think actually a very powerful deck. And we just happen to have the right kind of removal that we needed. And that's honestly why one of my biggest flaws is I don't always put in as much removal as you probably need for decks like this. Because you want to fit in more vampires, more stuff. I did actually take out a few and added more on this deck, and that's why I feel like it's performing pretty well right now. All right, up against Mr. House. Bring it on, Mr. House. Let's do this. Oh, tapped lands. We do get Knight of the Even Legion, though. Man, we can't even play cast down. I'm going to keep this just because double Knight of the Even Legion. We don't actually get to use his ability either, though. Oh, maybe this was a bad keep. There's a lot of draws that do work out for us. Maybe we should have gone for Sky March or Aspirant because it just gets more damage in. Duress takes cast down. That's the only option. Couldn't play it anyway. Let's go for... Let's see. We actually want to play a white spell next turn, so this lets us actually play two things. So play Sky Marcher, Aspirant, swing in, down to 17, pass the turn. Let's see if they have Thought Erasure. Another Duress takes the Legion's Landing. Yep. Oh, Sorin. All right, well, hopefully they don't have another Duress. All right, play Knight of the Even Legion. Swing in. We are going to get these guys out there because even if we can't pump these guys, if we have 4 damage, we can at least do something. Okay, Oath of Kai comes down. Undoes a lot of work that we've done. Oh, no. Not like this deck. No. These Castle Ardenvales are helpful because they help us not have to have the Legion's End as many of them. Like we do. I'm only running 2 now because, and running more removal instead because we have Castle Ardenvale. So they are nice to have. But with the Unclaimed Territory in here as well, maybe I need to cut down to 1 copy of it because if that was any other untapped land, we would be in a much better situation here. Kills another one. Yeah, there we go. All right, we at least get to play Sorin here. And we do get to put a counter onto this, so it keeps getting bigger, which is really nice. Swing in, gain some life. Down to 14. Thought Erasure takes another Sorin. It is annoying, but we're okay here. Gets rid of another Thought Erasure. A Danto Vanguard, okay. Let's swing in first.
Blood calls to your soul.
We need to find actually white mana in order to actually use Castle Ardenvale as well. Maybe Castle Ardenvale, yeah, I think I do need to go down to 1 copy there. So if you guys are building this yourselves, absorb, man, so much life gain. We're getting a ton of life as well, but that's not necessarily how they win. They don't care about that as much. We can just hit search for his Kanta. Do we want to do that? How much stuff is in the graveyard here? Quite a bit. They have another absorb. This is really annoying. This guy is getting big. We may just want to just not really do too much here. Next turn we have lethal actually. By swinging in and flinging him. But they can find an answer through search for his contest. So that's the question. Does it help them find an answer? Do we need to do this if they have absorb? So I think we just pass the turn. We're gonna hold off Conclave Tribunal for like it's a fairy or something if they find it. Does flip. I don't think they have enough mana to search. Oh, they have the time wipe. Okay. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. So bad. This is. they didn't actually they couldn't. They had the time wipe in hand anyway, so there is that. Maybe they did dig for it, but I don't think they threw anything to the graveyard. Was it a swamp that they threw? Ah, dang it. And the Elder Spell. No! Everything's going wrong. Go, Vicious Conquistador. I believe in you. Pass the turn. Oh. So yeah, misplay. Should have thrown out the Conclave Tribunal. Absolutely. Enter the God Eternals. Gonna be able to kill Vicious Conquistador and gain a lot of life and a bunch of stuff. We're not out of the game. Champion of Dusk does kind of help us out. We get to kill the 4/4 that they amass here. Thought Erasure, no. Legion's End does also kill the amass, so they're actually in a little bit of a tight spot here. We have some redundancy. They can take Champion of Dusk. We still have to find a threat. Yeah, a Champion of Dusk was the best thing to take, although it's the one thing we can't really play. Now they fire off Enter the God Eternals. I mean, we're not out of this game because we don't actually know how they're planning on winning. That was annoying though. All right, throw out Legion Lieutenant. Keep on some pressure. They still have more than half their deck though, so yeah, this game is most likely just over. Enter the guided channels. Yep. Now we find the land. Yay! It's a bunch of poop. It's not even the right color, so we can't even use Castle Ardenvel. Dovin's Veto. Yeah, we're done. And here Teferi. We did have a way to actually answer Teferi, but that game are up against Maringuito, and this is looking really solid. We like Knight of the Even Legion. We do have some removal for up against a creature deck. Like, we do have a lot of expensive creatures in hand, but on the draw, hopefully we'll either run into land or some cheaper stuff. And Knight of the Even Legion can finish games just by himself, you know. So we have the 3 mana for that. Roll Spellbreaker, that's really annoying. We don't have removal for that. All right. Knight of the Even Legion. Legion then should be good here though if they play just about anything for 2 drop, if they have multiple things. Bone Crusher Giant. All right, a lot of 3 drops. We have the wrong stuff in hand. All right, Legion Lieutenant. Pass the turn. Roll Spellbreaker probably coming out now. Vona is a pretty good blocker for that. Let's see if they put a counter on it though. We actually prefer them to go haste here. All right, they put a counter. Boo hiss. Get out Castle Ardenvel, pass the turn. Excuse me. They also have this Bone Crusher Giant. They are going big and stomping. We really need removal now. Yep, no blocks. We can gain a lot of life, which does kind of counteract a little bit. Like Sanctum Seeker does help a bit. Especially because it gets bigger with the Legion Lieutenant. So the hope here is that they don't have, if they swing in and have removal for the Legion Lieutenant, really annoying for us. We're gonna block the Bone Crusher Giant just in case if they do swing in here. Okay, Zerta Goblin, okay. With haste, interesting. Swinging in, holding up removal. Block like that. See if they kill Legion Lieutenant. Oh, Colossus. I didn't think about that. Dang it. Well, we're screwed. All right. Oh. All right. Do we go for the Legion's End, or should I just play Vona here? Vona is pretty good. No attacks. We get to gain 5 life. We can block any of these guys and just hope they don't have another Colossus. The big issue here is that they come out with like a Phoenix. This just gets to destroy stuff. Skargan Hellkite. Yep. Down to 3. This does have Vigilance. Alright, so Legion Lieutenant. Vicious Conquistador. Blockers for the ground. Kills her to Goblin, so that means they can't just double block something here. They're gonna have to... Oh man. They still just double block, we only kill one thing. We are gonna kill the Gruul Spellbreaker here. Do they have another Skargan Hellkite? Oh no. Okay, kill the Spellbreaker. Do we survive this? We can block the Bone Crusher Giant. So, I mean, they're just taking their time. Down to 1, we can gain some life, but yeah, we're dead. on Vampire. We'll swing in, but it is over. Good game. We will concede. Oh, man. Even if they didn't block there, we only had 9 points of damage at that point. And yeah. All right, so Gruul aggro, insane. And we actually need to build that because there's also Rekindling Phoenix. There's so many good things in that right now. All right, so there you guys have it with vampires, Orzhov vampires, and in Historic they are still insane. And dude, I really just am loving Historic right now. I initially was planning on just like thinking that it was going to be really fun to play in, do all that kind of stuff, and it seemed kind of dead for quite a while. But I feel like with the anthology stuff coming out, it did add that extra boost of just, you know, this is really fun again. And we can jump back and forth because standard is really fun as well. If you don't want to play against Oko and Fill the Dead and those kinds of stuff, you can jump into there. But there's enough versatility in Historic right now that I'm really enjoying it. And so I hope you guys are feeling the same way. If you are, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more stuff like this all the time, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.